You're on self-improvement or you just started and you have no idea what you should be prioritizing and what you should be focusing on. I will put my hand up and say I was one of the first people. I won't say that, but when I first started, I was a generalist. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to meditate a little bit every day, do a bit of yoga, work out, go for a walk, journal, self-affirmations, everything. I had like 10, 15 habits written down that I was supposedly gonna do every single day for the rest of my life now. Obviously, as you can kind of picture, that didn't exactly work out. Excuse me. That didn't work out the way I wanted to because my focus was stretched so thin and so far. The key concept that's holding us back from doing a lot of things in one day at the same time is something called mental bandwidth, or like brain points, or the amount of focus that you can give per day. There's only a limited amount of focus that you can put within a day to your tasks before all that focus is depleted and you begin to feel sluggish, you begin to feel hazy, right? You're tired, you're mentally occupied, and you can't work with the same clarity as you would otherwise. And this happens daily by us doing multiple things or doing a lot of things that day. So if you have 100 points, for example, and you're doing 15 habits, by the time you finish all those 15 habits, you have about 30 points left, right? So by the end of the day, you're gonna feel drained. And maybe even tomorrow, because you didn't maybe get enough sleep, or something happened, you didn't wake up the right way, you feel a bit sick. Naturally, this is gonna affect the amount of, again, brain points, or the energy that you're gonna wake up with every day. So when you wake up that day, you don't have the energy or the mental capability to do 15 habits. Rather, you can only get through 13. Hell, even the last one was really, really tough to get through. That's an issue. Because what's that gonna cause is a cycle of ruts. A repeating cycle, kind of like the trade market, where you're going up and you're doing a lot of fucking progress, and then you plummet, like dropping the anchor from a ship. Everything goes down, and you stay down for a little bit, and then you climb back up because you're doing everything, you're feeling good. And then once you get to the top, there comes a point where you're stretched too thin. And negative thoughts can easily seep into your mind because you're not as mentally tough anymore. Now you're saying, man, this is too tough. You don't believe in yourself anymore, and you fall down to the rut. So this is a problem. So from this, we can understand when you first start self-improvement, or when you are on self-improvement and you're looking for habits that is best going to give you the results, it's important to really, really keep in mind that we should only be focusing on a couple of habits at a time. Now also, self-improvement, let's clarify that a little bit. What do you mean by self-improvement? What are you improving? What part of yourself are you trying to improve? What is the end goal? Because if you're on self-improvement for confidence, does it really make sense that you should be doing some habits, like maybe focusing on getting the best diet, for example? Or for confidence, would it be better for you to go out and talk to people and put yourself in that situation where you feel afraid? If your self-improvement goal is peace and mental health, for example, would you be doing other things not related to that? Generally, in self-improvement, the habits that you go on have a very broad effect. Working out is going to improve your mental health, right? Running is going to improve your mental health. Calling a friend is going to improve your mental health. But again, if we just pick everything that improves our mental health or that makes us happier, by the end of the day, we're stretched too thin and we're just setting up ourselves for a cycle of ruts, of downs and ups, of down and up, down and up. We don't want that. What we need to pick is the highest return on investment habit that is going to be the best for us to do, that we can put 100% of our focus onto, that once finished is going to make us feel better. So you might go ahead and you might lock down onto working out. You might go lock down onto yoga or meditation. That's the one habit that you're going to do. I am going to offer you a completely different perspective. And this perspective really works when you feel down. You feel angry a little bit when you think about it this way. And I think the number one best habit that you should be doing every single morning, the moment you wake up, is obsessing over where you would be if you did the work. Because when you feel down and you have negative thoughts telling you this is the wrong thing to do, you probably won't even get success, and instead you erase that for a second and you sit down completely still and you just picture how different your life would be, the thoughts and the emotions you would be experiencing if everything went the way it would. If you did the work and you became successful in what you wanted to achieve, the mental health, the dream body, the happiness, whatever that result was from self-improvement, even financial freedom, if you focus and obsess about the person you would be, the experience you would be having, the emotions you would be feeling, the thoughts you would be having, the person you would be, how would you look when you achieve this goal? Who would be around you? What would you be doing when you achieve this goal? If you obsess about that, no matter how bad you feel, no matter how terribly your mind is speaking to you and how disrespectful it is being towards you, you're gonna fire up an internal and primal part of yourself that's gonna say, what the fuck am I doing? Stop all this and get the fuck back to work. Because you're gonna get fed up. Here you are, obsessing about the dream life. 2 minutes later, you'll realize, wait, I'm just obsessing about my dream life, but I'm not doing anything. A minute after that, you'll start hating yourself and thinking, wait, there are people living my dream life. Here I am only dreaming about it, and I'm not doing anything about it. And the minute after that, all that hatred is actually going to be turned into motivation, energy, inspiration, and a deep passion to get the fuck back to work. Every morning, you wake up, you go downstairs, you go out to your backyard, you go and sit on a chair, and you picture exactly how your life would be different if you did what you know you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to do. It's not a matter of, which habit is the best. You know the habit you should be doing. But the problem is we're not focusing on one thing. And when we spread our focus too thin, we create cycles of ruts, which we don't want. And oftentimes it's easy to get distracted by what we're actually supposed to do. When you force yourself to sit down every day and focus on where you would be if you just did the work, not only do you get that inspiration, motivation, and that dedication to do the hard work, but your brain will naturally clarify what you need to do to get to that point anyway. I talk about this a lot on my videos. What you focus on, your brain will be inspired by. If you saw a woman with her breasts out in public, you would immediately have sexual thoughts. If you were staring at your computer and the computer said goals, you would be inspired and thinking about goals, right? So every morning, if we're coming here and we're thinking about the best possible life we could live, the dream lifestyle, how the moment you're gonna wake up, what emotions you feel, where you are at this time, if we just obsess about this life, naturally, again, you're gonna feel motivated, you're gonna feel inspired, you're gonna feel a bit pissed off to actually do something, But then your brain's going to answer the question of, what do I do to get there? And it's going to show you, hey, idiot, this is the task you should be doing if you want this dream life. Every time I do this, every morning, every time I'm at work, I just obsess about this dream life. Every single time my brain says the same thing. Yeah, you want this dream life, you want to be on the beach, you want that sunshine, you want to have good friends around you, you want to help people. You know what you got to do. It's not working out. It's not meditating. It's not all these other habits which you think you should be doing, which look appealing. It's the real hard work that you have to do, which is recording videos and giving value. Every single time without a beat. That is my advice to you, my brother. Every morning, you obsess and you think about, maybe even write down on a piece of A3 paper in big letters exactly where you are, what emotions you're feeling, how much money you have, what people are around you, what skills you have, what you're thinking, the type of person you are, the behavior. You write all this down and you print it out and you paste it. Every morning you wake up, you just stare at that and obsess about it. Your brain is going to naturally answer the question of, what is the best habit for self-improvement? It will. And it will remove all the fluff and it will give you the determination and the inspiration you need every single day without a heartbeat. Can you imagine if by looking at a naked woman with her breasts, our brain can be so easily influenced to think sexually? Why can't we create a trap for our brain that every time we look at it, it's going to obsess about our goals and instead think about getting back to work? Wouldn't that be nice? That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing every day. We're essentially tricking our brain to obsess and motivate itself. So I hope you can take this on board. I hope this really works for you, man. My job here is to give you value every single day. And if I did that today, I hope I earned your subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe now. Drop a like, drop a dislike, whatever you want to do. But if this did give you value, and if you think I earned the subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, man. But yeah, obsess about those goals, brother. See ya.